Boom shakalaka, Bitcoin bounce around the corner, or are we on the verge of economic collapse? Stay tuned. What's up everyone, Randall here from Crypto Love. Today's video, Bitcoin bounce or economic collapse. We're going to be taking a look at a lot of very cool charts for Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies, and even stonks, and figure out what the F is going on and why isn't Bitcoin $1 million per coin yet. Before we get into things, guys, like the video, join us on Twitter at @TheCryptoLove, and subscribe to the OG Bitcoin and Crypto YouTube channel, making daily videos since 2017. That's just a couple of years. Now, today, Fear and Greed Index at 37. We are officially in fear once again, down from greed that we saw yesterday, last week. We were in fear last month, but just briefly. The overall market down 5%. Bitcoin at 61,689, Ethereum at 29.87, under $3,000. BNB at 539, and of course you can read the rest. Now, Bitcoin, look at this, hitting perfectly the 200-day moving average. Will this hold as support? That is a very good question. Now, if we take a look, since the bottom back in November of 2022, Bitcoin only briefly, this was from August until October, spent this time below the 200-day moving average. Could we see Bitcoin do the same thing, August until October? Spent it below there. It was also briefly here in July for half a month below the 200-day moving average. Could Bitcoin do it once again, especially if it's going to find the bottom of this bull flag right here? Well, don't know. But here's the cause of it. Over $65 million in crypto long liquidations in just 20 minutes. You want to know why things are volatile? Because children are playing with leverage. And this is something we talked about in, I believe it was yesterday's video, or maybe the day before, I don't exactly remember. But you can see right here that as Bitcoin broke this rising wedge, there was a target potential of 58.5 where there were the CME gap to be filled. Well, looks like Bitcoin may be filling that gap. The overall markets tumble today. The US stock market wiped out $1.2 trillion in a day. That's a lot. That's like Bitcoin's total market cap. Holy freaking cow. And we have the biggest one-week spike in the volatility indicator since COVID. Is something on the verge of happening? Could we be headed towards total economic collapse? Taking a look at this, the Chinese GDP deflator, breaking below this red line here, which only happened in 2008 and in 2000. Both times we had massive recessions. Well, could be the same thing happening again. Massive collapse coming now in US 2-year, heading sub 3%. Yes, higher for longer was right in 2022 to 2024, but that's over. World economy buckling, China deflating. But here's the good news. Bitcoin will launch. Would already be over $100,000 with lower rates. Old macro about to kick in. Hold tight. Things are about to get very, very interesting. With this dip today, the crowd still isn't showing major dip buy interest as Bitcoin threatens to drop below $60,000. You can see not a spike in this blue like we saw back here in July when it dipped down to the 50,000-ish area. So that's not happening yet. But we do have this chart here suggesting that 56 actually may be the bottom. And if we take a look right here, this is also right around $56,000, the bottom. But if we take a look at that chart, unpopular opinion, Bitcoin will never go under 56,000 again. The Bitcoin weekly order block printed suggested institutional order block is here and not likely to go under it in a bull market. So you can see the order block printed down here, 20,000 at 28,000, and again at $56,000. Unlikely to go below there, or will it? Don't exactly know. However, it does appear like a bounce or a relief rally may be around the corner. Turns out crypto markets have retraced across the board, leaving traders calling for sub $50,000 Bitcoin once again. However, history shows that when we see such low 7-day average trader returns for top caps like Bitcoin, ETH, Cardano, XRP, Dogecoin, and Chainlink, bounce probabilities rise significantly. You can see that after this, Bitcoin bounces 7% after the MVRV drops. Bitcoin bounces 9% after the drops. Well, we have the same thing coming right here. Could we have a Bitcoin bounce on horizon? It would not be uncanny. As a matter of fact, there's only T minus 50 days until liftoff based on the 2016 and 2020 bull market's average scaled to this year. You can see that 50 more days and then boom, things are about to take off. Watch out, it's about to get crazy. When it does, we can see DXY forming a bear pennant. These go in opposite directions. As DXY goes down, Bitcoin will likely go up. The pump could be coming very soon. And if we zoom out, 2-month candles right now, perfected TD9 setup for Bitcoin, same exact thing that we saw in 2017, right before Bitcoin went on its mind-melting rally over the next 8 months. Could we be in for a mind-melting 8 months? I certainly hope so, because the first target, just based on this inverse head and shoulders right here, that could be forming if Bitcoin makes it back to the mid-60s, well, that's an $87,000 Bitcoin, and that's just the beginning. But my friends, we've come to the end of this video. So if you enjoyed it, like the video, join us on Twitter at the Crypto Love, subscribe to the OG Bitcoin and Crypto YouTube channel, and also YouTube thinks you'll enjoy that video right there. Go check it out. I'll catch you later. Have a good one. Love you. Peace.
If you don't think Bitcoin's going to $1 million a coin and then $10 million a coin, you're already a loser.
From now on, if you don't own Bitcoin, you're a moron.